Hey y'all, welcome back to the party. It is me, your girl BrittReacts, and today we're going to react to part 1 of Matteo Lane's new comedy special over on Hulu. It's called the Al Dente special. We've reacted to Matteo quite a bit on this channel, but it's been a while. And when I saw that he had a new comedy special, I had to pull out the vintage cigarette candies because it's time to watch. Let's see what he has to say and if we'll be laughing.
Jesus, people, madhouse. Ladies and gentlemen, Matteo!
I love a good intro.
Oh my God. Look, this is a very important night. We have a lot of things to discuss.
Do it?
White women.
Immediately.
Look, white women, during the day, you're fine. You're fine. You know, you're in HR, you're in PR. You're fine. Everything is fine. It's just, you have one sip of a rosé. And you're like, tonight's about me. What is happening to you? First of all, we all know the sound of a drunk white woman, right? Because you do. And here's the thing, it's not that it's loud. That's not it. It's piercing.
Squeal.
It's piercing. You know the sound. If you take a drunk white woman, you put her 50 feet underground in a military base, you're still gonna hear French fries. Like, it's just, yes. This is what I've noticed too. Every single conversation with white women, it is all the exact same. Every single one. It doesn't matter where you are, what country you're in, what time of day, it's always gonna be telling Joanne the other day that she's not gonna be going. You don't have to go to them to finish the conversation. You can go to any other group of white women. They will finish the conversation for you. She was saying that I'm not doing my job, but I...
I love the most that he came out and went straight to telling jokes. Like, it wasn't... Sometimes I feel like comedians, like, fluff the time by doing too much. Like, just get to the funny. I enjoy Matteo. I enjoy his comedy. I think there is a perspective here from a gay man. There is a perspective the world needs to know because they're funny, first of all. The gays are inherently funny. Like, they don't even have to try and they're funny. But then when they try, it's like, oh, wait, no. And then they're considered other, right? So they're going to make fun of, I think the gays will make fun of, like, white people the way that black male comedians make fun of white people, but from their perspective. That's funny. It's funny. It's, like, very true. In my world, it's more of, like, you just hear about the husbands and the kids, right? Like, if I'm talking to one of my white mom friends, I have tons of them. It is all the same conversation. We're complaining about our husbands and the kids. Clearly, Matteo is around single white women.
For you. She was saying that I'm not doing my job, but I... I was in Rome a couple months ago, and ciao, and
but he's Italian,
I saw
right?
these 3 white girls walking. They're probably like 19, 20. I mean, young, probably their first time in Rome. They feel like adults, and they're all eating gelato, and they're walking, and the girl on the right goes, "This gelato's better than the gelato we had yesterday," and the girl in the middle goes, "Oh, another win for TikTok."
What?
I hope she's dead. This would be another win for TikTok. And what's funny is, like, okay, so my TikTok and Instagram, I don't know how this happened, but my algorithm, it's just turned into white women cooking pasta. I don't know how I've gotten here. I mean, and I know Italians are white. I'm just talking about Sarah, not Maria.
But isn't he Italian? Why do I remember him telling us how Italian he was in one of his stand-ups? Am I wrong?
So this is how old I didn't know that there were like trending recipes. I didn't realize that this was a thing, but the recipe I see over and over and over again, it's always the same thing. It's olive oil, onion, garlic, tomato paste, like heavy whipping cream, fresh mozzarella, and like fusilli, you know, and the pasta, whatever, it's fine, I'm sure. But I saw this woman, she was entering the video, and she goes, if you want to make that meal that's gonna make him, This woman has no friends because your friends hold you accountable, don't they? I mean, if I made a pasta video and I entered it by being like, if you want to make that meal that's gonna make him, And I saw my friends later that day, they'd be like, what in the faggotry are you talking about?
Right.
It's so funny, I love going to Italy. Is anyone here from Italy? Not Long Island. I go to Italy all the time. And what's funny is I'm always writing jokes about Italy, and then I realize for all the years that I've been going, I've never done anything like gay in Italy, and well, I just mean, they're conservative. I guess that's what I mean. They're the Vatican there. The Vatican, just men in dresses like, no girls allowed. And so gay. But they're so gay. I just mean, like, I've never gone on a date before. The only time I went on a date in Italy, it was 3 years ago. I was in Rome, and I was talking to this guy named Giuseppe, and Pinocchio's cousin, and I was texting him when I was at my hotel, and then when he got there, he texted me, he goes, I am downstairs, and his text had that accent, so... I go downstairs, and it's just so classic Rome. Like, it's just, he's literally leaning on a red Vespa, and I said out loud, I'm like, am I Lizzie McGuire?
First of all, I'm out already. These are my favorites. Somebody sent these to me, to my P.O. box. That was such a millennial joke. It was such a millennial joke. If you've ever seen the Lizzie McGuire movie, you don't need any more context. You know everything you need to know. That girl. I'm cracking up. I'm sorry. I find this to be highly hilarious. All right, we're going to watch like 10 more minutes, maybe a little less. And then you guys decide if we want to watch this in parts. That's why I said part 1. That's how I do with like these Hulu specials. Like, I want you guys to tell me if you want to see more, if you want to watch more with me. Have you seen it? Like, do you think I need to watch the whole thing? So you guys get to decide. If you say yes, then we'll do part 2 either tomorrow or the day after. All right, let's get going.
I go downstairs, and it's just so classic Rome. Like, it's just, he's literally leaning on a red Vespa, and I said out loud, I'm like, am I Lizzie McGuire? Just on the back of the Vespa, like, sing to me, Paolo! This is what dreams are made of. By the way, I rewatched that movie. Paolo is fully Mexican, and... 100. If you can see the outtakes, I'm sure they're like, and action. Hola, Lizzie. Every time I go to Italy, though, something happens. This is crazy. So a year ago, all right. I met the most famous woman in the world when I was in Rome last year. So I'm hanging out with my friend Daniele Gaetano, who's an Italian comic. He's very funny. He's also gay. He's basically me, but there. And
me, but there.
We went to this restaurant, and it wasn't even like a fancy restaurant, just a restaurant. And they were like, do you want to eat inside or outside? We're like, we'll eat outside. You know, it's a nice day. So we go outside, and he's sitting across from me, and he just starts to panic. He's like, Matteo, Matteo. I'm like, what? What is it? What's going on? What? Oprah, Matteo, Oprah.
Oprah?
I'm like, Oprah? What's an Oprah? He's like, Oprah Winfrey, Matteo. Oprah Winfrey, Matteo. They call Oprah Oprah. I don't know why. So I turn around, I look, it's fucking Oprah. Oprah goddamn Winfrey. By the way, born and raised in Chicago, 25 years, never ran into the bitch once. I'm in Rome.
That's crazy.
So now I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, I have to say something to Oprah, right? I can't. By the way, when you see a celebrity, you don't want to hold them hostage. Just give them a drive-by compliment, okay? But I'm like, what can I say to like encapsulate everything that I am that I'm thinking, right? That I'm gay, I'm American, and she looks great. So
that's it. That's a POV.
So she's walking in. She's like this close to me. I take off my sunglasses. We make direct eye contact, and I go, "You better work."
Yeah. So much is said. So much is said. So much is said. You better work. I know who you are. I'm American because that's an American slang term. And you are slaying from head to toe, from rooter to tutor. The hair is slayed, the outfit is laid, the feet slayed. I love it.
Make direct eye contact, and I go, you better work.
With the little head nod, that's all you need. And the wink, you better work. You better work.
And I swear to God, you know what she said to me? I swear to God, she goes, you better work.
I
Swear to God.
I believe that. In her Oprah, like, voice.
And she did. She made us
So many
meatballs. No, I love going to Italy, and you know, it's funny. Last summer I always go to Sicily. I have a lot of family and friends in Sicily, and
so he's
I went to Sicily last year, and I'm with my friend Giovanni.
Italian descent.
In the northeast part of Sicily, they have these tiny islands, like a cluster of islands, and one of them is called Lipari, really, really small. And I went with my friend Giovanni, and we get there, and you know, everyone's like, oh, if you want to eat, you have to go to this restaurant. It's called Trattoria Siciliana. It's the best. That's where you go eat. So 7 p.m., we show up, we get to the restaurant, it's packed, right? Obviously, this is the only place to eat. So we see there's one table open with 2 chairs. So we go to the woman working there who's in her early hundreds, and
did his voice change? It's like he's like started crying. Early hundreds, it's wild.
it's packed, right? Obviously, this is the only place to eat. So we see there's one table open with 2 chairs. So we go to the woman working there who's in her early hundreds, and that's the thing with Italian women. They're either like 25 or 92. There's like nothing in between. They're either like a long, gorgeous model in Milan, or they're E.T. in a house coat. So.
Oh my God. Nona. We love you, Nona.
Remember they put E.T. in drag? That's my Nonna. So.
That's what I said.
So we walk up to her, and in Italian, you know, we're like, hey, like, you know, there's a seat open, can we go? She's like, okay. So she's walking us to the table. So she walks like Mariah Carey in her Christmas concert, just barely.
That's tea. I haven't heard a single good thing about Mariah Carey's Christmas concert. I've heard some bad things. And he kind of just confirmed it. Because, baby girl, why are you walking like that?
Anyone been? We'll get to Mariah in a minute. I have stories. So we get to the table, and then in the chair, I don't even know if this is a joke. It's just what happened. There's a cat in the chair, and she just goes, no.
Can't sit at the table because of the cat?
We were like, what? Why? She goes, Rocco. So funny, when I was writing this joke, I called my friend Giovanni. I was like, hey, I'm writing a joke about you. And before I could finish, he goes, ah, yes, Rocco. We would get coffee every morning at this pasticceria that was close to us, and it's the same thing. It's all, you know, ETs and housecoats cooking for us. And, you know, you're in Sicily in the middle of the summer. It's hot. Everyone's very dark, very tan. We walk in one day, and there's a girl working there. She's probably like 20 years old. She's so white, we thought she was haunting us. She was so white. So I walk up to her, and I'm like, you know, buongiorno. She's like, buongiorno. And I start to order coffee. I'm like, ma io vorrei un cappuccino, ma lui vorrebbe un espresso. And she's like, oh, wait, no, per favor, no, and I go, do you speak English? She goes, I'm from Ireland. I was like, what are you doing here? She's like, I met this Italian man 6 months ago, and I've moved to this island. I'm working at his mother's pastry shop, and I'm sweating, help me. That's a dumb bitch. So. But that's the cool thing about doing this job is after so many years of doing stand-up, I finally get to tour internationally, and I don't just mean Canada. My first international tour I did was last year. I did it in Europe. We started in France. Congrats. It was so cool. And my opener I always bring is one of my best friends, Francesco Di Carlo, who's a very funny Italian comic. And, you know, when you're in another country, you try and learn small phrases, right? So if you walk into a store, we're in France, bonjour, merci, and then when you leave, au revoir. Great accent. But Francesco's accent in Italian is so thick. Every time I would say au revoir, behind me I just hear, ow, wow. I'm like, Francesco, what are you saying? I don't know. I cannot say these words. Oh, ow, 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 ciao. I'm so used to performing for American audiences. I didn't even think that small things would be so different, right? So for example, an American audience, when I ask a question, I'm looking for a yes answer. Americans always go, woo! That's just how we say yes. So I'm in Paris.
That's so
I'm doing
true.
the show. It's like 1,000 gayer Frenchmen. And everyone looks so gay. I look straight in Paris. I look like I'm crushing pussy in Paris.
I feel like that might be the perfect place to stop. Do you guys feel like that's the perfect place to stop? I feel like that is the perfect place to stop. All right. I think this is hilarious. I really enjoy Matteo. I think it's just a breath of fresh air to get some other type of comedy, not just like the straight male, American male version of comedy. So let me know your thoughts. If you guys don't want to watch it with me, I'll watch it by myself here on my big TV on my Hulu. I loved it. This is funny. All right. Let me know down below and go and have the day you deserve. Bye.